But yeah, Holly, that is hilarious. I reply to that damn thing. I get quite a few of them that reply to it. But I did that. One of the reasons I read Dan Kenny's book on time, and then I remember Craig, one of the first things you ever told me is like, you need to kind of slow down, otherwise you're going to burn out. So
it's the same path everyone goes down. You end up like, I've got mates just now who are like, dudes, like they've left their agency and went freelance, and they're like, dude, I can't get past X amount of money per month. I'm doing all these sales and I'm doing this, doing that, and they're still trying to do the work as well. I'm like, dude, you fucking die on your feet. There's only so much you can do. They're like, I'm not delegating no shit to no fucking dodgy motherfuckers. It's you see everyone going through the same process, and until you delegate, you can't really scale. Do you know what I mean? We all get it though. We're all control freaks at the start, and you want to have your big fat nose in everything that's going on, and you can't fucking work like that, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, I moved my studio is still down there, but my studio's in our office with all of our VAs, and I moved it upstairs because my blood pressure was getting ridiculous. And I was like, y'all are going to wind up killing me if I stay down here. So I got out of there. Now I'm up here. But most people I talk to all the time, I got a couple of students who are like, they want to start an agency. And I'm like, why? And they always, it's, the money, or it's, it seems like easy work and this and that. And I'm like, you ain't got a fucking clue, man. This is a lot of fucking work. It's not easy. And, they just see, oh, you're just doing YouTube. You realize how much time it takes for fucking YouTube, to produce. I mean, one video a week, no problem. One a day, or 3 a week, big problems, Or you told me that before, because he's like, everybody wants to do it, and then all these haters come after you. I thought I had haters until Craig told me the story where he had someone try to physically come up and punch him. And I was like, oh my God. Then Holly told me she goes to conferences with a fucking bodyguard. I'm like, yeah, that's insane.
It's I was out, that incident was in Brighton, and it was me and Charles Float that somehow were the target of the white hat crowd calling us the devil and all this shit. And you just get pussies who do that. But someone tries to punch you punch them back, they phone the police, and they fucking report you to
you sent me the tweet. I remember, because there's like, it's a time when I started having people come after me, and you were like, you think it's kind of funny because at least people are going after someone else now. Dude, it was like, and then you showed me what they did, and I was like, oh my God, man.
I've seen it with Charles. I've seen it with Holly to a certain extent. Holly, I've heard a few people saying things about Holly. I've seen it with you. But if you're doing anything, you put your face out there, you're going to get a certain amount of hate. You can't be liked by everyone. That's the bottom line. You're going to rub someone up the wrong way. But fuck it.
So guys, get the questions in. Craig's Black Hat affiliate, 20 years plus probably of SEO. I'll talk to them all damn day long. So Patrick, today's topic is whatever the fuck you want it to be. You can ask whatever you want. He's got tons of business experience. He's ran an agency, and from what I remember, you had the agency, got rid of an agency, started an agency back up. You've been through a lot of different stuff. Flipping websites, affiliate, straight Black Hat. I mean, so just ask whatever you want, man.
No worries, Patrick. Guys, just put whatever you want in the chat. I'm happy to. I'm an open book with regards to a lot of stuff. Just don't ask me about GMB shit. I know you guys already fucking have all of that shit nailed, and I am ropey at best on the GMB shit. I just listen to what others fucking say and play around with it. But
if someone was just out of curiosity, because I got this one in, if someone was getting started out in affiliate, And what would be the first steps besides obviously, you know, just starting? I wouldn't necessarily, would they start on their own assets, someone else's assets? How do they go about doing it? I mean, the little bit I know that I've just done is just basic promotions and stuff like that on promoting tools or whatever. But actually, I'm talking about getting into good money type stuff, not just, you know, $100 here, $200 there. Actually getting a good thing and working it.
The thing is, like, it depends on what position you're in. For me, as an SEO guy, when I started an affiliate, I get I get started promoting tools, and it was a great experience because I was getting monthly recurring revenue from tools. So, for example, SEMrush were giving me 40% recurring monthly revenue for the lifetime of a client. Why would I consider going to Amazon and getting some shitty little percentage of a one-off sale? So, you know, I think, you know, looking for the monthly recurring revenues is a great place to start, especially if you're in the digital space, you know, when you understand digital marketing and the tools and all that kind of stuff, because it doesn't even have to be a SEMrush or whatever. You've got email marketing tools, you've got fucking proxies. There's so many different things that you could sell. And the great thing about that is you can, of course, use your website and your blog content, but you can make tutorial videos and all of that shit, you know, to make those sales as well. And for me, that's a very simple and easy way to do it, and obviously something that many of you will be passionate about. However, you know, some of the mistakes I've made when entering affiliate, now I've fucked up more things than I've had success with, and I don't mind telling people that. But, you know, an example of something that I fucked up getting into the affiliate space was years ago, I dived in and thought that the e-cig industry, or vaping, if you want to call it that, was going to be the next big thing. So I dived into SEMrush, checked the search volume, and I was like, fuck, you know, there's a lot of search. Went away, told my developer to chuck up a website, ordered loads of content, started buying links, all the usual shit. And it started to rank reasonably well. And further down the line, things were happening, and it was getting orders and shit like that. But what I didn't realize is that I entered a niche where we were going to have payment problems. PayPal were the only people who would take payment for e-cigarettes. We could not do Google ads, Facebook ads, or any of that shit. And basically, I'd entered a niche where I was going to have my hands tied behind my back in terms of scalability and using a wider digital marketing strategy to get things off the ground. So I was only going to rely on SEO, but I had payment problems and advertising problems. And I was just like, do you know what? This is a fucking shit niche. And the vapes things, they were worth $15, you know, per sale. If someone was buying an e-liquid or whatever it was going to be, it wasn't money. So what I would say is understand a niche, make sure that you understand that, you know, the red tape side of things, in terms of, can you scale this? Can you do Facebook ads? Can you do all of this stuff? And make sure you go. So it costs me the same amount of money to rank a page that sells a £5 product as it would to rank a page that sells a £500 product. So because I'm delegating a lot of that stuff out, so why the fuck would I try and sell something at $5 or $15 when I could have sold something else for $500? So the e-cig industry is a suck-ass industry, and basically I dived into it two-footed by simply looking at the search volume, and then found out all of this other stuff and thought, fuck this. Also, I dived into a golf website, and that was an Amazon affiliate website, and it was a seasonal niche. So in the UK, a lot of people are only going to buy golf equipment from probably March till September, and then the weather gets really shitty, and it basically shuts down for 6 months of the year. So bear that in mind as well. You know, if you're entering affiliate, do you want something that's going to give you 12 months of revenue or something seasonal? Fuck that seasonal shit, you know. So these are a couple of little things there. You know, when you're starting out, it's not necessarily about what niche you go into. Understand the full business model, because if you're going to be like me, you're going to jump in two-footed, excited, and they're not going to be a success for one reason or another. That's actually through no real fault of your own. So the golf website, I was able to sell on and I made money on it. But when I look back, I'm like, what the fuck were you thinking? Like, why did you not look at these things? So I just wish that somebody had told me, try and not be seasonal, try and go for products that are higher ticket items, £100 plus, the commissions work out better. Patrick's got a question there.
Yep.
Do you have any tips on how to get approved as an affiliate for, say, SEMrush or hosting companies? There's no real trick to it, Patrick. You literally go to them, apply, and they'll accept you. They really don't give a shit whether you bring one customer or 100,000 customers. They will happily pay you out. So there's no real tips. You know, if you go to a casino, for example, it's hard to get approved because they want people who are maybe getting 100,000 hits a month minimum before they'll approve you. But for the likes of SEMrush or hosting, they really don't care. It's a case of simply applying, job done. So you don't need any tips on how to get into any of those. Just simply approach them on their affiliate page, fill out the data you need, job done. Easy as that.
What sort of backlinks do you like to use? Do you make your own or buy them? I know you don't make your own damn goddamn backlinks. That much I would say. I've heard you say that.
I used to massively love PBNs. Don't get me wrong. In the past, I used to, you know, be a massive fan of PBNs. The problem with that is the maintenance and all that kind of fucking bullshit. So my take on this is, if I make a PBN, it's probably going to cost me about 200 or 300 quid by the time I buy an expired domain name, get someone to throw it up, you know, put some content on there and all that shit. Now I could basically go out there and pay $100 and use someone else's website, and they've got to worry about all the maintenance and all that shit. So what type of backlinks do I like to use? So I use a kind of tiered link building approach. So the first tier of backlinks that I would use would be potentially some digital PR, some guest posts, and basically some other cleaner type of links. Underneath those guest posts or PR or whatever it might be is where I don't want to power that shit up with another costly guest post. You know, so what is the cheapest option that's going to help? Niche edits. You know, you can get niche edits relatively cheap. For anyone who doesn't know what a niche edit is, it's essentially a hacked link. They may or may not last, you know, that long, but they're very powerful. They're very cheap. You've also got your kind of link building automation, whether that's Web 2.0s or whatever it's going to be, other people's PBNs, all of that kind of shit. And those would essentially power up your guest posts or your PR or whatever it's going to be. And it's all about the cost. You know, make no mistakes. It doesn't matter how much money someone earns. Everything's got to be cost effective for a project. So the first tier, I always keep clean, which you might be surprised about. I don't use SAP links to my money websites or anything like that. I just think that's the height of stupidity, if you ask me. And you know, some people say, oh, he's black hat, he's dodgy, he's this. Of course I've done it before, and of course, you know, I've ranked PBNs very quickly and all that shit, you know, not giving a shit. But when I've got a website and I want to rank it and it's for the longer term, then of course I'm going to play the game a little bit safer. So most people with any ounce of sense would use a kind of tiered link building structure consisting of guest posts, digital PR, niche edits, and then potentially some automation, some PBNs. That is pretty much it. There's no special you know, and a lot of people say to me, you know, Craig, you don't, clearly that's not it. And I'm like, dude, it is. Like, what the fuck? And I've got a friend who's like, dude, tell me where all the big SEO dogs go and shop. You know, what shit are you buying? And I'm like, dude, it's the same shit everyone else is buying. There is no special shop. There's no fucking special type of backlink strategy. You know, it's all out there. But that is kind of what my strategy looks like. And listen, don't get me wrong, I still, you know, if I find an amazing, you know, aged domain or expired domain name, of course I might add it to my mix, you know, and have, like, you know, a little mini net or whatever you want to call it, if that's what it takes to beat the competition. So you have to, you know, probe your website with links and then do whatever's required after that to you know, take over. So that's kind of how backlinking works for me. Where do you get niche edits? There's loads of suppliers out there. I know, I'm pretty sure Chris Palmer sells some.
From what I know, Chris sells them. Chris sells them. Yeah.
You've got a whole bunch of guys, but you can go to Palmer and get them from him. I think they're as cheap as, I don't know, $6-7 or whatever he's selling them for. So there's loads of guys out there. Just Google niche edits. Try different. What I'd say is try different people out. Do not be scared. Do not put all your eggs in one guy's basket. Try a few niche edits from there. You know, everyone's got different inventory, and I think, you know, that's something that you want to just try and test for yourself.
This guy's so general. Do you go after general affiliate, or are you going to go after a specific niche that you like? Maybe there's a niche you like in specific, or just general.
I'm not a fan of big general wire cutter type websites. I much prefer, you know, if I've got a golf website, then it's a golf website. You know, it doesn't start selling tea bags and, you know, all of that kind of stuff. I just think niching down makes it work a lot easier for me. You know, but you know, I've seen websites like Wirecutter or Gear Hungry and websites that have done very, very successful using that type of approach, but it's the sheer fucking volume of work and everything. It's just a fucking headache. It's easier to niche down and be very specific. And my job when I do affiliate websites is to grab them, scale them up, and flip them on. You know, does someone want to buy a big fucking headache, or do they want some, you know, smaller golf website or boxing website or whatever it might be? So my personal preference is niche specific websites.
Let's see here. Patrick, one of the things I talked about, I think it was in a couple of videos back too, is where I said, for example, if you're trying to get affiliates, you could take, let's say, for example, you like hiking, go to Google and go hiking plus the keyword affiliate. And you'll find a whole list of just people that will do affiliates for hiking. And you can make a blog about those different products and then start putting your link or your affiliate link in the blogs. And then you can make videos. That's what I actually started out doing, you know, was the videos with the tools and stuff. Because I used to just do them just because I was just talking about tools. And then I learned, okay, you can actually get paid to do the same thing. And that's when I started doing that, you know. So that's why I started devoting more and more time to YouTube, was because of the affiliate stuff. I never was into affiliates until probably about 6 months ago. And I'm still nowhere, I'm nowhere near at the level of Craig or anybody else. So it's something I would love to get into though. But yeah, now I remember you showed that, William. Thanks for mentioning. Okay. Thank you, Patrick. But blogging affiliates, I mean, you can make, even if you only made, let's say you took Jarvis and a couple of these other ones and you only made $300 or $400 in affiliates, but you did that times 10. That's extra, like what, $4,000 a month or something like that, you know. So it all adds up, you know.
But also, what, you know, when Patrick's saying there, you mentioned hiring a writer. Do you also use Jarvis or Article Forge for content? I'm not a huge fan of low quality content on a money website. I know guys who do it. And, I know guys who basically steal someone else's content, just spin it and fucking work with it. That's it. But I think, you're eventually going to wake up one day and your website's gone by using the likes of Jarvis and stuff. If that's all you're doing, I always prefer to have someone writing the content personally. Not a fan of Jarvis at all.
And Jesper was just talking about that yesterday too, Patrick. So he had mentioned, he said, you're going to use Jarvis or just Spinner or Spinbot or any of those, usually spinning the content and throwing it up on his cloud stacks. He said they are not going to rank. Or if they rank, they're going to be very bare minimum. So, and we use Jarvis, but the thing is, when we use Jarvis, we have a whole team of VAs that actually go through it and restructure it and actually make it sound like a very good article. We're not just doing rinky dink. I mean, we do close to probably 20 million words of content a month. So
listen, people have got their own quirks. If you use Jarvis, you've got to have those other processes in place, to clean it up and all that and mix it about a bit and have it edited. Patrick's also asking, do you check the writer's article in Copyscape? You can use Grammarly to check for plagiarism as well. That we use Grammarly rather than Copyscape, and it will literally tell you what the fuck's going on. So Grammarly, the premium package, does that for you as well. It is checked. I just personally don't use Copyscape, but it's
we use Grammarly as well. I have one writer in Africa. He uses Copyscape on everything. So
whatever works for you, whatever works. As I said, Copyscape's not necessarily a bad tool. Just Grammarly is what my people use, and it works very well. Logan's asking, how do you track your link and sales performance? Typically, depending on where you go, Logan, you will get a dashboard. So SEMrush give you a dashboard. You will see how many people sign up. You will see what you're paid for, or if people have signed up for, a trial or anything like that. Let me show you, actually. I'll just show you if I can share my screen. Give me a second. Just grab it. brush.com. So share screen. So you get a dashboard looking like this, and it'll tell you how many signups and all of that kind of stuff, traffic that you get, and all that kind of bollocks, rebills and all that shit. So you get a dashboard that looks something like that. If you use Amazon, again, you also get a dashboard you can go into, no problem at all, and see exactly what the fuck you're making. But it depends on what type of affiliate you do, but most affiliates will give you a dashboard where you can log in and check you're getting what you paid for. And with the likes of SEMrush, sometimes you have to fight to make sure. The key thing here, I want to say, is not necessarily tracking your link and sales performance. The one thing you probably want to look at is the cookie policy of the person. So, for example, Amazon give you a very generous 24-hour cookie policy. And what that means is, if someone lands on my affiliate website and clicks on one of the links, everything they buy, whether it's related to my website or not, I get the credit for that sale for the next 24 hours. If you go to certain tools like SEMrush, they have previously had a 10-year cookie policy in their favor. Now, what does that mean? That basically means that anyone who's been in SEMrush before, then watches one of my videos or whatever it might be, and then goes to SEMrush, I'm not going to get the credit for that sale. And that sucks ass. And I had to fight for what is known as last click attribution with SEMrush. And and it wasn't SEMrush's fault, really. It was just a real shitty affiliate program that they had, and it was an old software and all that kind of stuff. And a lot of these guys play dumb on it. You know, they're wanting our traffic, so to speak, and don't want to give you the full money. So the big thing for me is, on top of obviously tracking your link and sales performance, check those fucking cookie policies, because there's some bastards out there who will happily take all your traffic and then say, nah, that's not for you, which sucks ass. So just bear that in mind. And SEMrush are famous for that. So I don't know, Jonesy, have you done SEMrush affiliate before?
I did approach them. I did the affiliate a little bit, but it's kind of hard for me over here to do certain affiliates and stuff. I was have SEMrush. I don't promote it too much, so this is one of the things I just don't do too much of. I switched honestly from SEMrush. I went from Ahrefs to SEMrush because Ahrefs was a real pain because of the fact that we have so many VAs. And they're logging in from this account to this account to this account to this account, and they're like, you have to have one license per person and all that, and it's a pain in my ass. So I got rid of Ahrefs, and now we just use SEMrush. So,
fair play. Patrick's also asking what niches do I like if I don't mind sharing. Now, I don't mind sharing at all. I'm going to show you a niche that I've got from slides that I'd done a few weeks ago in Dubai. I'm not going to, I'll tell you what the niche is. I don't like to share the URL just in case some motherfucker does it. It does me in. Now, that's my monthly revenue between January and February the 11th. And it's the gaming niche. So I sell gaming codes, and you can see there in that particular month, God of War Steam Edition was one of my big sellers. This is a particular website that made me 3.4 million in the last year. Over the last 7 years, it's made me nearly 20 million. Now, when I say the gaming niche, it can also be things like Windows 10 Professional. So you're going to buy the CD key and it's instantly downloadable. And this is when I gave up my agency. Over on the left-hand side, I gave up my agency middle of 2015 because I was sick and tired of fucking shit-ass clients. And this website has sheer volume. It's average order value of $11, which is shit. But it's made me a lot of money, and it's a sheer numbers game, a sheer volume game. And that is the gaming niche where, and I obviously went on to show people how I got started, how did I get traffic so quickly, and all that kind of stuff. Now, I spoke about, let me show you, just scrolling through here. I leveraged affiliates basically. Now, if I show you, and there is a slide about this, whoop, here, to this day, even now, 48.7% of my traffic between January and February came from referral websites. I leveraged other affiliates to make that revenue quickly. So that was one of my tactics. Obviously, these engagement signals and making my website look busy, blah, 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 and everything took off. So I was leveraging affiliates and all that kind of stuff, giving them a shitty little fucking commission. And as I say, got off the ground very, very quickly. Now, people often say to me, Craig, why that niche? As I've said to you before, I have entered a lot of niches where I have fucked things up, entered the wrong niches, and I've tried drop shipping. I've tried everything to make money. Now, this is a digital download. So there's a company in India So and my website's tied in with their software, so that if William, for example, goes and buys a game right now, he will get his fucking code right now. It doesn't get lost in the post. It doesn't run out of stock. No motherfucker can steal it. It just goes to Jonesy's email address. Job done. So this is what I would call a digital download, and and for me, that is massively important, because I just can't be bothered. Like Holly said at the start, I can't be bothered with dealing with fucking people or douchebags who want to rob me and all that kind of stuff. And I don't particularly have time to be messed around fighting with suppliers and all that shit. So that's why that particular website I've got is in the gaming niche. It's a digital download. There's also another niche I'm in, which is the psychic niche. And I've spoken publicly on that, and I basically sell psychic calls. Now, I don't believe in psychics in any way, shape, or form, but a lot of people do. Now, what they basically buy on my website is call credits to speak to psychics. So some old lady will phone up, talking to the psychic about fucking her dead husband or whatever it might be, and she thinks she's talking to him and connecting with him and all of that kind of shit. And she's basically buying call credits for that. And, that is something that, is easy, again, instantly. It doesn't get lost in the post or any of that fucking shit. The only real concern I've got is sometimes credit card fraud, both on the gaming website and the psychic niche. And, and Holly's asking how my casino website's going. I'm also working on a new project in the casino niche. It's going very slowly because I was basically trying to find good content writers, which is a pain in the arse. So it's just getting off the ground. But so yeah, I do a number of different niches, but again, the casino, people basically give money, it drops in your fucking bank as you're the casino, and there's no fucking things getting lost in the post or any of that shit. So it's those type of niches. I do some stuff in the dating niche as well. So highly competitive niches, and as far as I'm concerned, that's where the money's at. If you operate in these high competition niches, a lot of people are like, fuck that, dude. It's a lot of hard work. And yes, it is, but that's where the real money's at. And at the end of the day, after 20 years in this game, if I can't try and chase some of the good money, then what's the fucking point, So, and Holly, yes, I have found some good South African people, which was always the job anyway, because, but it just, the hiring process took a little bit longer, and then had a few ropey people in, not doing a great job and all that. So, yeah,
Do you know Busio? Do you know Busio, Craig?
Nah.
He's in South Africa. I'll send you his information. He's really good. So I remember thinking, I'm like, yeah, these guys in South Africa, their English ain't gonna be no damn good.
Dude,
probably one of the best writers I got.
They're native English speakers. Native. That is South Africa.
I didn't realize that when at first, and he's like, he sent me, I said, I need about a 9,000 or 10,000 word ebook or something. And he had that thing done in a few days and sent it back to me. I was like, wow. So he's one of my go-to guys as well. We just got done writing. I gave him my SOPs and some stuff. So I got about 150 of them that he just got done writing. So, but he's really good.
I've had great success with South Africans, man. So I can't speak highly enough of them, man. Definitely look there, guys. Someone's asking, so you have your own affiliate program for your gaming site? 100%. Why do affiliate when you can be the affiliate? Is the next step up. So again, why wouldn't I leverage other affiliates who are writing all of the content for a fucking bit of chump change effectively?
I don't know if you've ever heard of it though, Craig, but I've talked about it before, and it's kind of interesting that you're leveraging affiliates, because I haven't heard too many SEOs doing that. But Have you ever heard of Russell Brunson's Dream 100 list?
I've not heard it, nah.
So basically, the Dream 100 list is, in essence, if you're entering into SEO or you're entering into gaming niche, who's the top 100 people in the gaming niche? And you align yourselves with them and then get them to be your affiliate. And then they push your product or your affiliates. And that's how you scale really, really fast. Another that's one of the books. And then the other one's called The Ultimate Sales Machine. And the other one's the Dream 100. But he talks about that, the affiliate work. I mean, because to me, if I look at what you're doing versus running an agency, fuck the agency. You know what I'm saying? 50% of your commissions, just 50% of that money just came from fucking affiliates, man. It's insane.
I probably got to about 150 grand. That would have been in the first 3 months, all through affiliates, just all through affiliates. Fuck all else. So that is where what I was trying to say at the conference was, who gives a fuck as long as you're making money? I was the smart guy there. I thought, I can't be fucking arsed doing all of this work, but there's a whole bunch of crazy affiliates out there who have a fuck ton of traffic that will do something for a percentage. Why wouldn't you look at that? You know, it's thinking outside the box, be creative. I don't want to sit here and start from scratch working like a bitch. You know,
you mentioned the gaming niche for one. That's a huge niche in YouTube. That's the one I'm setting my son up doing walkthroughs. Like you mentioned God of War. I love that fucking game. And I told him, so just doing walkthroughs. These guys, you're looking at them, they're youngish. There's one I'm watching right now. And I think the kid's like 20. He makes about 11 million a year fucking YouTube and doing games. It's like versus you're busting your ass doing an agency. Give me a break. I mean, it's not even a question.
Why some people hate my guts because I walk around saying fuck clients, fuck this, fuck that. But yeah, fuck them. You know, fuck that shit. You know, working for some shit plumber, begging him to pay his invoice, telling him to hurry up and all that shit. You know, I've been in your position, William, where I didn't have as many staff as you've got, but I had 17 physical staff in my office at one point, and I was probably 2 invoices away from being broke all of the time. You know, if 2 guys didn't pay their invoice, I couldn't pay the fucking bill, you know, the staff wages at the end of the fucking week. I was literally running on a month-to-month basis, and that's the most disgusting feeling ever. And that's where it has to change. You know, you've got to say fuck it. You know, cleverly what you've done with your YouTube or whatever. You know, focus on something and you know, try and have an easier life. And you know, I've done some YouTube stuff, and you know, I can drive traffic to make sales. I can get sponsorship deals. I get people wanting to be in my channel. You know, a lot of tool providers, they'll just pay me a fee. So you can make so much money doing what you actually enjoy, rather than sucking clients' balls to get them to pay their fucking measly monthly retainer.
Merlino, I know you haven't met him, but you got him rolling laughing. This is my buddy Merlino, Craig. So he's up here laughing his ass off.
Fuck that client shit. Hey, Craig, man, it's a fucking honor to meet you. He tagged me. I saw it late. I said, oh, shit, Greg Campbell's a fucking GMB pro. I'm hopping in, and I'm just going to try to Debo a low. So I've seen you around forever. I love the fucking accent. And it's a pleasure to see you on here, man. For real, for real.
No worries. Cheers. I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, he's a good guy. He's like, you know, but the affiliate stuff, you know, more and more I look at it, it's like I'm trying to get my son set up with the gaming stuff. And then I even told my daughter, I said, she loves cooking. And I told her, I said, if I took you and got you to build your own channel doing cooking, you can make a lot of money. You know,
Can I tell you a story about that?
Yeah.
I spoke at an event in India last year. It was an online event. I wasn't there in person. and there was a 10-year-old girl who was into cooking, who was a millionaire through her YouTube. Honest to fucking God, a 10-year-old millionaire. That was what it was. Like, her thing was the 10-year-old millionaire. And I'm like, what the fuck? You know, when I was 10, I think I was still fucking playing with dolls and shit like that.
Still sucking the dog. These motherfuckers, you see them doing, what was it, toy reviews and all this shit, and they're making 11 million. That's why it really opened up my eyes to YouTube. Then I had that call with that guy, what was it, last week, where he said, why are you messing with SEO? And he's like, I've been watching you. You can rank for anything. He's like, can you do this? He's like, you don't even have to, and you'll probably know who I'm talking about as soon as I say this. You don't even have to show your, fucking face on the YouTube channel. He said, you can literally have people make these videos for you, do a voiceover on the videos, upload them, and then bank on them. He's like, this one video alone made me over $6,000, and showed me this stuff. And I'm just like, are you fucking kidding me, man? That's why, like right now, I'm choosing 9 different niches and going after every one of them. So on YouTube alone, but
let me show you this as well, right? This, obviously, I've got a 3-year-old son, right? And I didn't know who this person was until he started watching her shit on YouTube. This lady here called Katie Cutie.
Katie Cutie.
Right. Watch this. Now, this woman simply sings nursery rhymes to kids on a daily basis on a fucking front of a green screen. Now, this woman,
Hey, Will, you know what I want to say right now, right? You see all that branded traffic on that auto suggest she got going on? Woo.
Yeah.
Dude,
16 million.
In the paper. She a kid-focused YouTube channel, she's estimated worth 16 million, and that's just through AdSense. This woman's fucking YouTube channel literally has billions of fucking views for singing blah, blah, black sheep. Honest to God, man, we're all in the fucking wrong game. Because honestly, if I could get away with that shit, I would be on there singing some shit for 16 million. Like, I don't give a fuck. And, it's insane what you can make money from. And obviously these people, they've milked it and done very, very well. And she's just a stay-at-home mother. Her kid was in nursery. She thought, I'll spend a few hours a day singing some shit songs, chuck them out on YouTube, and fucking hell, it's changed her life. So it's there's more to this shit than SEO.
Yeah, Holly says Greg's a legend. Yes, he is. Adon, fun starts now. Patrick, I was playing Army and Cowboys and kicking a football around 10 years old. I've showed my son this. This is why he's like, listen, he wanted to start a YouTube channel. I got him set up. My daughter looks at what I do, and she's like, she wants to start a YouTube channel, but she's, in my case, she just doesn't want to stay here long enough for me to teach her. Yeah, I need you to actually come here. She has my 2-year-old granddaughter, but if she, or almost 2, but that's what I'm trying to get my kids to understand, is like how much money you can make just off of doing YouTube and stuff you enjoy and love, and get paid to do it. It's like I showed y'all before. I was like, I only really started pushing YouTube in July, and in the past 3 year that I started and got monetized, I've made almost 10 grand just off of YouTube, and that's not counting sponsorships, affiliates, or anything like that. And that really opened my eyes to that, So how I'll sing old Irish and Scottish songs from Dad's side and Hawaiian songs from my mom's. You'd be surprised what I get you paid.
Listen, there's OnlyFans out there as well. If any of you sick bastards want to get your fucking clothes off. Listen, fucking people are making a lot of money on all sorts of stuff. But Robert Prosser's here as well. It's good to see Robert in here. I see Robert on my YouTube sometimes. I'm done tickling GMBs for a living. Yeah, that's what I say. Give your fucking GMB a little tickle. It's just fucking nonsense, man. Affiliates, and that's why I've never claimed to be a GMB thing or expert or anything. And people are like, you're missing out on so much, and I'm like, guys, it's you guys that are missing out on so much. I've got another
no, not really.
like, I'm not that fussed on your GMB bullshit. It's listen, I've got friends who make an absolute fortune on GMB, so I don't want to diss it too much. But as I say, everyone's got their own angles in this industry, and mine is now affiliate. So it's and it's obviously something I enjoy as well. Just a bit of, you can be devious, you can play, dirtier games than you would if it was a client's website and all that kind of stuff as well. So you don't really have anyone to answer to other than yourself.
Holly says $100 for one lead call or $5,000 for an affiliate. Yeah, you can have GMB or GBP, whatever they wish to call themselves. Imagine most people say, well, I've heard the argument, affiliate takes longer, GMB or local, it's like that. But the problem is, yeah, it's like that, but Google can also make it go away just like that. And Google changes it just like that. And then affiliate, it will build up over time. Like you do that one video, that one blog, it's just going to keep going higher and higher and higher and higher, more and more traffic. And this builds up over time with interest pretty much.
GMB or whatever the fuck they call it now, it's too volatile, as you say. Like people share the method and then it gets patched up and then you need to find another method and another method. It's just a constant fucking learning process. No one can be fucking arsed doing that. For me, I can't anyway. So
look up Wolf Cards breaks on eBay or Google. Damn good affiliate money. The guy makes $25,000 a night, probably easily just opening up packs of cards. Wolf card breaks. I've seen that one. It's insane.
Holly's a dark horse though. Holly's into fucking everything. Holly's looking for, but that's why I have massive respect for Holly. She really doesn't give a shit what she's an affiliate for. She's just like, fuck it. It could be hemorrhoids. And by the way, Holly has worked in the hemorrhoid niche before. That's a true story. Follow the fucking money. It doesn't matter whether it's hemorrhoids or fucking card breaks, whatever works. Holly will give it a bash. But I genuinely, Robert, there is a hemorrhoid niche there. I had Holly on a podcast or a video or whatever it was. I'm just like, tell me one of the weirdest niches you've been in. And she just literally said it, the fucking hemorrhoid niche.
They tell you themselves, find their pain point. Gee, found the pain point already. I'm itching to get in. Y'all are shit, man.
I'm sorry, I'm bringing the tone down here, man. But
no, it's good. It's good. I love it. You should see Michael. And Michael, when we were talking about CTR, he's over here hitting his fucking joint and the bong and talking about turning geogrids from red to green. We're very much interesting crowd. So
is Craig? I don't know if this is too much to ask, but is Craig going to be coming on and teaching affiliate SEO? Is that what's
pretty
happening?
Much affiliate, Black Hat, whatever y'all want to learn. It's whatever questions y'all bring. He's been at this for over 20 years. So, I mean, that's what I'm trying to tell everybody. You got someone that's been in this game for a long time with a lot of experience, made mistakes, and also done a lot of really good shit. So, and that's why I wanted to bring him in and teach not just a quote unquote Black Hat SEO and affiliate, but anything y'all have questions regarding, that's non-local SEO. He doesn't do local SEO. Hates local SEO.
Yeah, I know that. I know what Craig does.
No, I'm talking about everybody else, because they'll come in here and ask, you know how it is. They'll come in here, how many GMB should you have attached to a Gmail?
Fucking
Hey, so
hellish, man.
can I ask a question regarding affiliate? The one big one I've heard is, and it makes sense to me, right? Because from what I understand, content based, like basically, if you're gonna get into affiliate, you should have some money to play. Need to, invest up front. Is that true or not so much?
I mean, that depends on you and how much effort you want to put in. I now merely see any affiliate project as an investment. I don't want to be doing the fucking work. So I buy and sell a lot of affiliate websites, and it is just a case of me buying a website. Say I buy a website for 10 grand, and then I do 10 grand worth of work to it. Can I then flip that website for 100 grand, 150 grand, or whatever it's going to be? That's the way I'm always looking at it. So yes, to get the speed, you have to spend money. But I wouldn't like to sit there and say everyone has to have money. There are black hat tricks you can play, stealing shit and all that kind of stuff. And I get it. I've been there. I've done a lot of hooky affiliate stuff because there was a point where I had no money to invest in affiliate projects. I didn't have 10, 20 grand to burn on a website, and I don't want to put people off of getting into it. So yes, you can, but as Holly says there, you've got to spend money to make money. Just depends on how much of a jump you want to get. You can start off slowly, earn a few quid, and then start to delegate your shit out. But for anyone practicing and learning, I would always say, do bits of it yourself, just so that you understand the process, what's involved, so that when you do delegate it out, you're not having...
you know everything.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So
thank you, man.
No worries.
You don't start out delegating. I just had this conversation as well with one of my mentees. How you solve issues in an agency is you got to get your hands dirty, and you have to let the mistakes happen. And when things happen, my first question is that, oh my God, I'm pissed off this person or VA for letting it happen. I'm like, how can we not allow this to happen again? And I figure out, how did it happen, and fix it, So it's the same concept. You have to get your hands dirty to figure things out. There are going to be things Craig guarantee he didn't know when he first started. Now he'd be like, I ain't never doing that shit again, or he learns, different things as you go.
I don't want to do nothing now. Fuck it. Just get people to do it all, and I'll chat shit all day on YouTube and all that stuff. And talk about how good it is. But nah, you've got to get your hands dirty. I think it's important to try and test things yourself, looking at tools and playing with tools and blowing shit up. I still like getting my hands dirty. So, but I'm not going to be sitting writing content and shit like that. It's never been a strong point of mine anyway. I pretty much have undiagnosed dyslexia. Just no one's ever officially told me that that's the case, but I'm pretty much the worst writer you'll ever find. So always work around getting someone else to do the heavy lifting, and you can just come in and add your own little mix to it. So get tons of black hat.
Maybe you can run through an affiliate site at low budget and tons of black hat.
I can do.
Maybe next week. He's been on here for an hour, guys, and he's it's like 1 a.m. over there his time. So next week, just make sure y'all come in here with questions and everything. Maybe next week we'll cover, just let's do a low budget affiliate if you're going to start up. Type of a deal. What would the process kind of look like? Not necessarily give away any tricks or anything like that, but just a little bit. So
listen, I'm always happy to give away tricks and show people how to do shit with no money and do black hat shit. And yeah, let's fucking do it.
Let me go ahead and pull up the random number generator for you guys. We're about done here with Craig, but then right after Craig, I'm having Drew on lead generation. So if y'all just stay here or you want to leave, it's up to y'all, but Drew's going to be coming in here shortly.
What do you mean lead generation? Like, what do you mean?
Come and see. He does it a different way. LinkedIn, Facebook, every which way, just ways
Like
to
lead
get
for your agency, like to get
yeah,
lit.
basically,
Okay.
lead for your agency. But yeah, so guess the number. Yeah, they're already doing it. 0 through 40. Whoever gets the closest wins whatever they want off of rankfortress.com, whether that be SEO, website, backlinks, whatever it is, you get it. And
Alfredo, I said 23 already, so you better. Oh, you grabbing
Yeah.
multiple numbers.
after my classes and consults tonight or in the morning your time, Craig, just message me, and then me and you'll talk about what
Yeah.
we're talking about. So
Cool. No
let me
worries.
go ahead and do this real quick. I appreciate you coming on. Been looking more and more at affiliates myself. So 0 to 40, numbers 32. Whoever got closest to 32 wins, 27, 38, 23. Closest right now is David at 29. None of y'all put them in at the last minute is gonna win. So David, you get it. David Kennedy, just message me at Iam@rankfortress.com. Iam@rankfortress.com. Choose whatever you want at rankfortress.com. Let me know, and then I will get you hooked up with a 100% discount coupon. Okay.
Yo, Big Will,
Yes, sir.
congratulations. Congratulations. You're doing some real big things. And to all you GMB pros, I hope y'all understand the value William Jones is bringing in these names and what he's lining up for you guys. Exclude myself from that, right? Holly, Craig, Brock, Jesper, Lane. I mean, put this stuff to action, man, and kill your niche. Do what you need to do. Craig, great to meet you, bro. Look forward to learning a lot from you.
Pleasure, mate. A pleasure.
Yeah, after seeing that screenshot with that damn.
Oh, and Chris Palmer. Sorry, I
100
forgot about C. Palmer, my boy.
Was
C.
it 3 million pounds or some shit? I'm like, fuck the agency. I mean, oh my God.
3 million pounds. Wow.
It's a lot of money in US dollar. I'll put it that way.
3 million anything is
Greg,
a lot.
if y'all haven't watched it, FYI, go watch his you have a documentary, which I actually want to do one for myself because I've seen you put that out, but he has a documentary of everything he's been through, and he literally shows here's the old warehouse he had where he had his agency, then they shut it down, and then they did everything else, and he's telling his whole story and everything.
Is that on YouTube?
Failures, successes. Yeah, it's on YouTube. It's his story. It's Craig Campbell's story. And I've watched that thing, over and over. Craig is the guy that I told you, I said before, I said I have more respect for than probably any SEO that I know because of the fact that, when me and him had butted heads, he came out and said it, he's like, I apologize, I didn't mean it that way. And then, he's also been the one that's told me, hey, you need to slow down. You're going to burn yourself out. Take some time for yourself and stuff like that. So for me, Craig is like the number one for me regarding SEO because he's always had, if you will, my back and told me and given me advice and stuff when I was first starting out on YouTube and stuff. And he saw what was going on with people coming after me and stuff. So, but yeah, but we're going to go ahead and start with lead generation. I appreciate it, Craig. And
see you later on, guys.
I'll see you soon.
Cheers, man.
Be blessed, brother.
Bye-bye.
All right, now we're going to go and I'm going to stop the recording.